Tombstone Live, episode 123. Action. How's it going, YouTube? Tombstone Belts back here again with a brand new episode of Tombstone Live for you folks. As of right, and before we go on with this, just to let you guys know, everything that happens here on Tombstone Live is unsanctioned, uncensored. Anything that happens. Try to keep it family friendly as possible. And I know what you're probably thinking. This is a little bit later than normal. Well, I wanted to post it at around noon or 1 o'clock, but had to deal with little issues here with my family. After all, my brother is dealing with some stomach issues and just been constantly throwing up. It just sucks, guys. I just wanted to just, stream for you guys, but yet he was more of a needy thing, and it's just a pain in the ass. But luckily enough, him and his girlfriend are now off to the hospital. Give me time to just do some live stream here for you guys. And if you're enjoying what I do for this live stream, don't forget to hit the like button because I'll be keeping up with the counter right up there that I see. You guys probably don't see it, but I see it. And and if you're new to my channel and you like what you see, especially when it comes to the stuff behind me, make sure as well to hit the like or check out my main channel of near 430 some videos. Like, share, and subscribe if you haven't already, guys. I'm getting closer and closer to 800, which means to be close to that time again to do something special for you guys. Speaking of which, like my buddy Pez, I did mention I did send out his belt recently, and hopefully he'll end up getting it. I'm pretty sure either tomorrow or on Saturday. Most likely, probably Saturday. I'll do a video of that. So anyway, yeah. And don't forget to ring the notification bell so you guys be notified when I do live streams and videos. And I gotta tell you, just 2 weeks straight, stream has been okay. Other than the fact with little curveballs here and there. Ali Al Baween. Yeah, I can't pronounce that. What's your name? It's Tombstone Belts. I mean, easy to find when you're on my channel. Where are you from? I'm from United States. Litzy Montiel says hi. Hi, Lizzie. Or is it Litzy? If I mispronounce your name, I do apologize. Yeah, I've just been started doing live stream for you guys. Roman Reigns. Hey, Roman Reigns. For sure not the real Roman Reigns. But so, you guys are excited for Clash of Paris, which I think is this Sunday? Because I know I am. Roman Reigns facing, what's up, you too, Litzy. Hold on 1 second. Man, don't you just hate it when you try to do live? 1 second, folks. I have to wipe the camera. It's a little. Oh. I'm from India. Oh, not that Roman Reigns. Okay, that's why I was saying. There's no way that Roman Reigns. How's it going? Doing a lot better. I'm just still dealing with this illness right now, the sore throat and stuff. But hopefully it'll clear up by the weekend. What is your name? I'm Tombstone Belts. If you're new to my channel, you like what you see, especially when it comes to the belts, like this one made by Hassan Belts. I enjoy it. And I want to know what they're all about, my thoughts on them, and of course my brief knowledge about them. Check out my main channel and all that. Cool, thank you. Yeah, but like I said, and I did see AEW last night, how crazy it was. They now have FTR take out now. They have to deal with Edge and Christian, or CNC they're called now, because it's like Cope and Christian Cage. Yeah, it's now Adam Cope. I'm surprised it won't be like Adam and Jay. Christian's real name was like Jay Riso or something like that. Okay. How do you get money a belt? Well, one. Well, I got a real job, guys. Outside of YouTube, I got a real job outside of YouTube. I gotta save up. Simple as that. Hi, let's see. How are you? Yeah. I do say so. I do got quite a good collection here. Oops, sorry, Stitch. Stay there. Braden Spicer or Spicker, or however you pronounce that. I do apologize. Hi, Braden. How are you? Who's your favorite WWE wrestler, John Cena or Cody Rhodes? I have. Well, I would stick old school style with John Cena, but he's not only going to be around for a little bit, so I may have to go with currently it'd be Cody Rhodes. You don't have subscribe. How can you earn money? I don't earn money from YouTube. At least not yet. And YouTube doesn't give ad revenue or it does with ad revenue like the amount of ads you put in your videos, but it does more when you get to a certain subscriber count. And as long as I know the subscriber count, I need to get to 1,000 before I start getting paid off of ad revenue. And they also, it's like a certain amount of money for amount of views per video. And I'm not expecting to get like hundreds of thousands of views on one video on my channel and then make hundreds of thousands of dollars in this. Yeah. Who's better, the Judgment Day or the New Day? I have to go with Judgment Day. As much as I had to say it, I have to go with Judgment Day. Hi, Brayden, how are you? Yeah. Yeah, so I may do this for a little bit. We're all doing this for about a half hour before I gotta deal with other crap around here at this house. But why don't I do a little bit of a, brief history of my collection, especially now that this most recent video I got. How's your day going? It's been doing good, Litzy. Like I say, like me having this type of belt, it's just showing more my skills of being a collector, especially collecting. I wasn't around when this belt came about. That's known as the Backlund belt to some people. Because around the time when Bob Backlund was the champion, and he held it once for like 5 years or so, this was one of the designs of the belt he owned. There was an older version that had like a silver eagle on it with a rung neck, and I believe the plates were different, and it was on a red strap. But then it came to this version where it had like a red strap for this one. I think Pedro Morales had one. I mean, one the red held the red strap version. Then there was also the I'm trying to remember. Then there was the purple strap version, which I believe was when Superstar Billy Graham won it. Who is how? Who is better, Jey Uso or Gunther? That's a harsh one because I like Jey Uso, but Gunther, it really is a great wrestler. I give him that. I would favor Jey Uso though. But like I said, around the time when Bob Backlund held this title for like 5 years or so, it was this version. I don't know if the strap was the exact same, but I know it was a blue strap. But I believe the strap was more like a crocodile, like textured leather, or it was just straight up croc skin. And then after it was destroyed by that it was that German guy that was actually Italian. I'm trying to remember his name. Clark though? I forgot his name. Do you play Roblox? No, I don't play Roblox. I mostly play Minecraft and that stuff. But after, I forgot that guy. Ivan Koloff, that's who it was. Ivan Koloff, he started smacking the belt onto the floor, and then he ended up ripping the main plate off the strap, and then which led to Backlund literally coming out with the next version of the belt, which happens to be this bad boy. Oh, sounds good. Yeah, which would be known as the Big Green Belt. And the one I have is mostly like a. It was made by Hassan's Belts, but there's many versions. I've seen people that held them. Ones that said World Wrestling Federation. Mine says Worldwide Wrestling. Should have stuck to the World Wrestling Federation version. But there are some that this one's more like a 2D etch. There's some that have 3D etch, have the 3D design around the plates, and of course the jewels. Some have where the clear stones right here and here, but the real belt never had any clear stones. It was mostly the rubies and the emeralds. But yeah, you can see it is a big belt too. Most belts you see like have 3 plates or up to 5 plates, 6 max when it comes to a property plate. This belt is an 11 plate belt, as you can tell. It's a very big belt. That's why they call it the Big Green. And and there was only like 3 people I know that held this version. First one being Bob Backlund. He was the one that held this title at the time, and then he would lose it to the Iron Sheik, in which it was on December 26, 1983, in which Iron Sheik put him in a camel clutch. He didn't tap out. In fact, it was the manager of Bob Backlund that throws in the towel, making Iron Sheik win by submission, and then he would hold this belt. And then he would only hold it for about a year until January January 23rd, 1984, when a nobody coming from an unknown wrestling company would join the WWF, no, by the name of Hulk Hogan. That's right, the late great Terry Bollea, or Hulk Hogan, fought Iron Sheik at the Garden on January 23rd, 1984, putting a leg drop on the Sheik and pinning him and winning this title, being the last holder of the big green belt. And thank you, Litzy. So when after that, Hogan would defend the big green belt a couple times, but then he would then they would go for a different design, and all the next few designs Hogan wore. So yeah, Hulk Hogan wore many versions of the WWF, or now WWE title, where the next one is basically a particular. It was exactly like this one, but not all the black paint was in there. The letters were in red, and these weren't painted in gold. They were just painted in silver. And I think it had like a leather lace like border around the strap. It was known as the Hogan 84. and then uh, and then a year later, in March of 1985, the beginning of a phenomenon that will still be around to this day, WrestleMania 1, in which the WWE Champion wasn't even defending the title that night. Instead, it was a tag team match where it was Paul Orndorff and Rowdy Piper, like, taking on Hulk Hogan, who was the current WWE Champion, who held this belt, the 85, the Hogan 85, and was in a tag match with the celebrity known as Mr. T at the first WrestleMania. And yet, to think that this title was not defended at the first WrestleMania I mean, some people may say it was insulting, but yet it didn't matter because Hulk Hogan came out and the WWE champion was there at the time. This will only last for a year or so. Wow. Thank you, Litzy. And then for sorry about that, guys. Yeah. So after that, there was a new version of the belt that would come about. One being known as the Hogan Mystery Belt, which I don't own, but yet it was only defended maybe once or twice out of its lineage. Sorry about that, guys. Just need myself a quick drink. And then, after that mystery belt came and went, are you happy and good? Yeah, I'm happy and good. And then after, like WrestleMania 2 and came WrestleMania 3, probably one of the best WrestleManias out there, but probably one of the biggest before 32, at the Pontiac Silverdome in Detroit with over 93,000 fans. Hulk Hogan would literally defend the title against his former ally and friend Andre the Giant, who became Mikhaila Novak or Novak. Hey, how are you, Mikhaila? But yeah, I say with Hulk Hogan, he was shocked to see that his former friend, now turned foe, Andre the Giant, teamed up with Bobby the Brain Heenan, and yet he was had to defend his title, which at this time would have been this version. There was many versions of this one. Some of them were like the '85 version, but this one we call the Hogan '86. Good. How are you? I'm good. Michaela, nice to meet you. So yeah, the Hogan '86, in which he defended this title against Andre the Giant that night. And to think, if he would have lost, because I said during one of the Saturday Night main events, Bobby the Brain Heenan would show up there with an Andre '87 belt. Basically, it was a big belt, and it was supposed to replace the Hogan '86, but yet never came to. In which Andre got picked up and slammed by Hulk Hogan. Hogan dropping the leg and hitting the pin, retaining the title. And technically, I heard they said he wasn't supposed to win. Andre was supposed to win the belt. But after WrestleMania 3, Hogan still walked around defending the Andre '86 until one night Saturday Night Main Event, he was on a promo with the Hogan '86 he wore, but then when he went to the ring, he came out with this belt, the Winged Eagle belt. Well, technically not this version. When Hulk Hogan came out with the Winged Eagle, it was dual plated, like this one. This is my homemade version. This here was the dual plated Winged Eagle that he wore along with like Psycho Sid, I think, uh, Ultimate Warrior, Macho Man Randy Savage, and then around the time when it was for the Ultimate Challenge, Hogan facing Ultimate Warrior, title for title, because Ultimate Warrior was the Intercontinental Champion. And then when he beat Hulk Hogan, as he missed the leg drop, and then he performed his Warrior Splash, pinning Hogan. not only retain the Intercontinental title, oops, but then to win the WWE title. Gone was the dual-plated version, and we had the all gold version. There was multiple variations, like the sidebars were a little bit wider. The cut was always different. The snap sets, like one Randy had, was a Velcro strap, and as well many times there it would instead say WWF champion, it would say like WWF Hulk Hogan, Ultimate Warrior, Macho Man. But then they just stick the WWE champion and with the black plates, black strap, and no, then else changed for a while until WrestleMania 14, to which the last WrestleMania this belt would see, in which it would have been the champion Shawn Michaels defending the title against Stone Cold Steve Austin, with the baddest man on the planet, Iron Mike Tyson, as the special enforcer outside the ring. To which most people didn't think Shawn Michaels would have dropped the belt to Austin. But yet, as soon as Austin hits him with the stunner, goes in for the cover, even though it was a fast count, 1, 2, 3, you are champion. Thank you. Let's see. Stone Cold walks out with the title, even though one of the wings was clipped, the bar was broken. Next Monday night on Raw, they debuted a new title. But it would have not been the end of this belt. Because we've seen recently, after Cody Rhodes, and when they brought back Saturday Night Main Event, Cody Rhodes was defending the title against Kevin Owens. Instead of coming out with the new title, he came out with the replica version of the big eagle, of the Winged Eagle belt. After he won, Kevin hits him with the pile driver and steals this title, to which it led him to another matchup in a ladder match, in which the winner had to grab both belts, which Cody Rhodes did, retain, and that was the last we saw of the Winged Eagle. Because WWE didn't want him to use the Winged Eagle as much, and they wanted to bring it back. You know, technically it was a replica. But then, as time grows on, we go from the new generation to the Attitude Era. To which, when Stone Cold came to the ring, he was awarded the newest version of the WWE title, the Big Eagle belt. Obviously not this version. Back then he had one. It was still the block logo, blue block. It was a blue strap, like brown croc-like backing. And most of the WWF logos were block. We have the block logo. And here the line, it was a blue block logo. The backdrop here was blue with a golden block logo. And all that stuff. And only 2 people. I like your live. Thank you, Litzy. Thank you a lot. I'm going to subscribe. Well, thank you, Litzy. It really does help me out. So anyway, like I continue on, there's multiple other... Bye, Litzy. But there's been many other versions of this belt. Obviously, around the time when Stone Cold was carrying us around, it was the block logo version. He would kick Vince McMahon, setting up for the stunner when he had the belt on his shoulder, but when he went for the kick, the belt came up and cut his chin wide open with these ridges here. And I ain't gonna lie, I've once cut myself before with these ridges on here. Not in the face, but mostly like at my leg and that, because those things are like saw blades. To which he talked to Road Warrior Hawk of getting his own custom title. Henceforth, we get the Smoking Skull belt. And it was the first time of, well, many first. The first time we get the scratch WWF logo in the Smoking Skull belt. And the first time you get a wrestler's own custom title. This one, obviously, having the Stone Cold Smoking Skull. The side plates were kind of like shields. And it had its own property plate where it says WWF Attitude, which is kind of like the ones you see of the Attitude Era, like women's title. But this one was much different from the previous belts because of its backing, which was snakeskin. Obviously, for Stone Cold being the rattlesnake, he had to have snakeskin backing. The original version, the real version, I think the snakeskin was a little bit brighter than this one. This one's like a dark gray. I think his was more like a white snakeskin backing. But yeah. So he would wear this around many times, but then when Vince McMahon screwed him out of the title and wanted to bring back the Big Eagle, he brought back the Big Eagle with the scratch gold, with the gold scratch logo. And after a while, they get versions, different versions of it, until it got to the painted white logo. There were some that had the blue suede backing on it, like felt-like material. Some that were 2x6 and 2x5. This one's a 2x5. Yeah, this was, and then during a one pay-per-view, I think it was like Unforgiven. I mean, don't quote me on that. I'm not sure. I haven't watched a lot of old school WWF pay-per-views at the time, but in which they were unifying two world titles, and that was the Big Eagle and the Big Gold, to which we have the first undisputed champion, and that led to Chris Jericho winning and becoming the first ever undisputed champion. And holding and defending both titles at once. Until WrestleMania 17, he defended the titles against Triple H. And yet he lost both of them, and Triple H would be the new and last person to hold both the undisputed titles of the Big Eagle and the Big Gold. And then one night at Raw. Hold on one second, folks. All right. And then that would lead to Ric Flair one night on Raw to award Triple H a brand new version of the undisputed title. This, the WWE Undisputed Championship. Now, this one is a WWE Shop replica, and this is a version 1. But the real version 1 didn't have a WWE logo. It was actually a WWF logo. It had WWF up here, WWF in one of the shields, I think, and on both the backs here, and on the property plate. And it said, and it had WWF tooling around the plate. Oh, once again, I gotta take a look around outside somewhere. Yeah, sorry guys, that was I was just checking outside for something. But yeah, the undisputed title I have is a version 1 from WWE Shop, but they do sell WWE version 2s that has the black outline and a bigger plate in that, and it's WWE related. But yeah, that was around from 2002 to I think 2005, and they had like 4 versions of it, or maybe like 5 or 6, and then the title would come back for one match more time when they were trying to award Kurt Angle the title after he beat John Cena from a disqualification with the version 5 of this title that had shell tooling. And there was a version that him and John Cena and JBL fought for in an I Quit match. Hold on one second, folks. Give me one second. Second, folks. Just. Yeah. It's got a lot of messages, you know. It's, worst case scenario is when I get messages and that. Butter Dragons, how are you doing today? I'm doing a lot better. Anyway, like I said, and then when John Cena won this, he decided to go to his doctor of thugonomics for phrase and said one night on SmackDown that wasn't going to be the WWE Championship because he was going to do a thing. And lo and behold, he called our bluff and debuted this. Probably one of the most hated designs to some people, the WWE spinner belt. When he debuted it, obviously it did not look like this. It was a spinner. The WWE spun. The side plate was painted in black. There was a nickel eagle and those olives. It wasn't green yet. It was painted and said WWE. Do you do WWE? Yeah, I do. And of course, one side plate it said SmackDown on it with the SmackDown fist, and then they jeweled it up. And then when he drafted the Raw, they replaced it with the Monday Night Raw plate, or Monday Night Raw plate with a padlock. And then they stopped doing that when they kept jumping in between shows and just decided to do both sides with the WWE Championship plate, like you see here. And many times the triangle side plates, they have them facing inward to the plate, and then now they face them out. Had like a really engraved silver tip, but then got lost. They also had alternate versions of the belt as well. One time when Edge won it, he made his own custom rated R spinner belt. He wanted to have his own version of the title, but they said, "No, just make your version of the spinner belt to the spinner." But then that just changed after he lost it to Cena. Then there was the Miz belt, which was basically like a regular WWE belt, but swapped it. Hold on one second, guys. The W down to the M to represent Miz. And then Cena will win the title back on the day when we found out that Bin Laden was killed, that type of stuff. One second, folks. I'm just sweating up a storm. And then that title will be around for about 8 years or so, from 2005 all the way to like 2013. Like 2013, in which when The Rock took the title off Punk and became WWE champion, he would literally say he was not going to go to WrestleMania with the spinner belt, in which he debuted the big logo belt. And started with the phrase of the custom side plates instead of nameplates because they were just ditching the nameplate idea from WWE after that. I mean, nameplates still stuck around. Don't give me that. They still stuck around for the World Heavyweight, the US, the Intercontinental, and I do believe the women's titles for a little bit longer. But then Cody Rhodes changed the Intercontinental back to the classic IC belt, so there got rid of that nameplate. Then when they unified the tags, they turned it into one belt, the penny tags. So there was out of that idea. But this helped inspire the idea of all the belts having custom changeable side plates. And for a while, I mean, only for about a year until John Cena would face Randy Orton. Declared the first ever, they unify the titles again and become the WWE World Heavyweight title. Do you like the Boogeyman? Yeah, he was an okay character. I wish they still have him doing stuff. But then when they unified the titles and have them defend them, John Cena wins them and then have to defend them against Brock Lesnar, which Brock Lesnar defeats Cena in the most epic and most destructive version, or basically destroyed him with minutes, and became the new WWE World Heavyweight Champion. Hold on one second. Hold on one second, guys. Yeah, but then when Brock Lesnar held the title, he no longer. Obviously, at that time they changed the logos from the scratch logos to the network logos, in which they gave Brock Lesnar this, the network logo belt, the WWE World Heavyweight Championship, now being known as WWE Championship. Obviously, the exact same look as the old belt, except they got rid of that big banner plate and just put it all at the bottom with the new logo. And after a while, they changed up the leather design, and then it had a Velcro backing. I mean, Velcro fasten instead of the snaps. And then time when Roman Reigns was the Universal Champion, Brock Lesnar was WWE Champion. They fought at WrestleMania. I think was it 38. Both of them fought title for title unification, in which Roman Reigns won and became the undisputed WWE Universal Champion. To which he held both the blue Universal belt and this belt. And then he would hold that for over 1,000 days. To which it led to today, when he was awarded with this, the undisputed WWE Championship. Obviously, now with a gold plate in the back, and replacing the stones on the W with black stones. And how many belts do you have? I have 47, so yeah, I have a lot of them. How many WWE characters do you know? I know a few. So many times Roman Reigns would defend this title, and yet he would fight Cody Rhodes at WrestleMania 40 2 nights. And this last night, he'd end up fighting in a Bloodline Rules only for the title, in which everyone with The Rock, the Bloodline, John Cena coming out, Seth Rollins, and even The Undertaker once. Just then, Cody Rhodes hitting a crossroads on Roman numerous times, hit him with the cover 1, 2, 3, and finally finishing his story and becoming a undisputed WWE champion. And then it leads to today, to which John Cena, now that Cody Rhodes is now once again the WWE World Heavyweight Champion. And that's pretty much the history of the WWE Championships of the belts I have in my collection. I know there's some before that, before my Backlund belt, like all the way up to the U.S. belt that it was held by Bruno Sammartino and Buddy Rogers. But yeah, I don't have those right now. I'm not sure if I will get them, but anyway, wow, we're going on for almost 40 minutes. But for all of you who are still watching, now you know a little bit of my history with the WWE titles. And I know I still got a lot more belts to get in my collection. Most likely the AEW belts. I know I want to get those because I pretty much finish off the WCW and the ECW collection. And the WWE collection is always going to continue going forward. But I'll say, yeah, I pretty much going to try to get more belts. I know I got more on the way working with them. But anyway, I'm probably going to do the outro right now. So I have to go. Bye. Bye, Butter Dragons. But anyway, I'm going to do the outro right now. So thank you guys so much for being a part of this live stream. Make sure you're liking it if you don't already. And if you're new to my channel and like what I like to do, and plus want to know more about the belts and my little history about them, check out my main channel with all 430 some videos. Like, share, and subscribe if you haven't already, guys. Stay it. I'm getting close. I'm now under 50 away from getting to 800. When I get to 800, it's going to be a spectacular thing. But anyway, yeah, don't forget to hit the notification bell, or ring the notification bell, and be notified from when I do more live streams and videos for you guys. As well, follow me on my social media, like on X at DMTombstone96, and as well on Instagram at DME96, where I may post stuff there before I post stuff here on this channel. And of course, follow my every guys like Pez, who eventually is gonna get my belt in the mail and may unbox it and review it for you guys. I want to hear his thoughts about that. Shout out to my friend Stephen Hammer, STEPHEN Hammer, who does belt related videos as well. Check him out. As well, my friend Dex, who does live streams mostly of all the music, but he also has his new channel called Wrestle Chat, where I talk to him there as many times as well. And yeah, anyway, I'm getting through some belts, and for DM Tombstone Live, signing out. See you guys tomorrow. Have a good day, everybody.